Hi guys, this is Chloe and welcome back to my channel. I'm sorry I don't have my mics. My transmitter died, so I'm charging it. But as you can see, pun intended, or have seen in other videos, I got new glasses. And I had to pick a new eye doctor, and I'm going to take you through everything and just like finding a new eye doctor, insurance, etc. And I'm super excited to get into this video, and on that note, we're going to get started. So how does one go about finding an eye doctor in the first place? Great question. So what I did is I went online and I literally typed into Google eye doctors near me. Another way you can find a good eye doctor too is through online groups in your area, family, friends, etc. So I ended up ultimately looking at, not sponsored, but Target, because some Targets have an optical and vision department, and this one ended up being really highly rated. I will say each Target optical and vision department, they have the same frames and they have the same contact lenses and equipment to examine you with. It's just that each one is independently owned and operated by a private eye care company. So therefore, just because I had a good experience doesn't mean that you should just go to your local one. It's always a good idea to check the reviews before you go, because while mine was phenomenal, the one in your area could be very bad. So just keep that in mind. And this next part, if you do not have eye insurance and or you're not interested in obtaining eye insurance, then skip this part. It's all time stamped, so just move along. However, if you are interested in obtaining eye insurance and or you already have it but need to know how to use it, then stay here. So I ended up going in person to Target, because who doesn't need to go to Target, am I right? And I stopped by their optical and vision department and I asked them if they took my insurance, which they did, and then I asked them to run a benefits check. So I'm going to get into all of this, but the reason why it's important for them to take your insurance is because A, they'll either give you an allowance or a discount on your eye exam, or it could be covered in full. Again, it just depends on each eye insurance and their plans. B, if you need contacts or eyeglasses, they will either give you an allowance or a discount on those. C, if you need lenses, they will give you an allowance or discount on those. And D, last but certainly not least, if you want anything extra that can be covered under your health insurance, you can get that too. So like for instance, let's say you want a blue light filter on your glasses and your eye insurance covers it. As long as the place you're going to is in network, you can get those added on for either a discount or at no additional charge. Now, just like health insurances, eye insurances basically have different plans. They typically have a bronze, silver, and gold, and you can find these plans on different health insurances websites. And I know in some states, Medicaid will pay for glasses. Don't know about Medicare, but I know Medicaid does. But my Medicaid in my state of Georgia does not pay for glasses for anyone over the age of 21. Now, with my health insurance, I got one eye exam a year because I pay a little bit more, or I pay the most I can every month to pay a little less for my dental and vision. So there's that. And then I get a $200 allowance on either glasses or contacts, and I can only get one a year. And whichever one I don't get that year, I have to wait till next year, or I can pay out of pocket for it. I get a discount on my lenses. I get a discount on some extras, or some of them got paid in full. And I'll get into that in a second. So before I had my eye doctor appointment, I decided to try on frames. Then they gave me a call back and I went in and they did measurements on my eyes. Pause. So I want to talk about the retina scan because your eye doctor will ask if you want that done. If you do not want that done, then you will have to get drops heated into your eyes to get them dilated to make them bigger, and then they'll take a look at it, your eyes. But some eye insurances will cover retina scans, some won't. I did try taking a look to see if mine was covered this go around, and I couldn't find anything. But the way you can find out is A, if you do a benefits check, ask if it's covered. B, you can call your eye insurance and see if they cover it. And again, if it's not covered and you don't want to pay out of pocket for the retina scan, then you would have to get your eyes dilated. Okay, back to the video. My vision is stabilized, which is good. There's only a little difference, but it wasn't anything to be concerned about. And then they said that I don't have cataracts, glaucoma, or diabetes, which is great because you don't want to have any of that. And then afterwards, I asked if I needed new glasses. And they said yes, because I wear mine all the time because I can't see. And because of that, I had to get new ones. And with my eye insurance, I was eligible for a new pair. But then I got to thinking, because with my previous eye doctor, what they could do was they could take the lenses out of my old pair and yeet in my new lenses. However, if I did that, I wouldn't have a backup pair. So also, the place I went to beforehand was private practice, like completely private practice. It wasn't like it was in a chain retail store, and therefore this Target didn't carry that brand, so it'd be a lot harder to obtain those lenses. So I'm just like, I'm gonna get a new pair. And also, I take real good care of my things, but I'm always freaked out if something's gonna break. So I will say, after my eye exam, they yeeted my prescription into the computer. Afterwards, I got out of there. I met with their benefits consultant again just to go over everything one more time. And then I picked out some glasses. But if you don't find a pair of glasses at the place that you went to, or if the place you went to doesn't offer glasses, because there are some places that only offer exams, then you can ask for your prescription and you can take it somewhere else to get glasses. Just be sure that the place you're going to is in network with your eye insurance. So I have a piece of paper with me. It's my receipt just stating what I got and how much it cost with and without health insurance. So I'm going to do a side-by-side comparison so that y'all could see. And I'm going to go down the line and I'm going to get into it. But I'm going to yeet my frames into the description. They're a pair of Ray-Bans, and Ray-Bans are typically unisex for the most part. So that means guys and gals can wear them. So my frames, they're basically the whole like structure of the glasses. Those were $210 without health insurance. However, my health insurance gave me a $200 glasses allowance. And because of that, I only had to pay $10 because I went over that $200 limit, which I was fine with because I really liked these. I had to get single vision lenses, and single vision means that I have a different prescription for each eye. So therefore, I had to pay per lens. So it was $65 without health insurance. The plan paid $25. I got a discount of $40. So I only had to pay $10. There were two types of lenses I could get. I could either get polycarbonate or high index. And I ended up getting high index lenses, and they were $120 without health insurance. And then the plan didn't pay anything for it. However, I did get a $24 discount, and therefore I had to pay $96. Scratch resistant coating came standard with their lenses, so I didn't have to pay anything for it. And then the premium plus AR. So I paid to have my lenses thinned, so I'm going to show you guys. But basically, it's hard to see because I can't see because I don't have my glasses. But basically, my lenses right here, as you can see, they're thinned. Otherwise, they would have gone way out because of how bad my prescription is. Because I'm like a 5 something in one eye and a 6 in the other. So therefore, my lenses would have been thicker than my bank account. And because of that, I paid to get them thinned. That would have been $60 without health insurance. The plan didn't pay anything for them. However, I did get a discount of $12 for it, and I ended up paying $48. And then the photochromic XA 2.0 gray. So this, I actually caved and I got transition lenses, and I've never had them before. But the reason why I never had them before is because the only time you can't use them, or they don't work per se, is when you're driving, because your windshield and your like windows and stuff are tinted already. And these only work when you get exposed to sunlight, and you're not really exposed to a ton of sunlight when it's already tinted, so therefore they won't work. Without health insurance, it would have been $140. The plan paid $55. I got a discount of $85, so I only had to pay $20. The backside UV is a blue light filter, so when I use my computer or my phone, I won't get strain on my eyes. Because with my spina bifida, my hand gets tired when I write, so I do type a lot and use speech to text. With that would have been $15 without health insurance. And to save you some time, the plan didn't pay for it, nor did they give me a discount, so it was $15 across the board. And then my subtotal, the grand Grammy whammy total without health insurance, is $610. My plan savings was $413, and my amount due was $197. That is a whopping of savings, and that's why I got eye insurance to help pay for some of this. So after I picked everything that I wanted, they inputted it into the computer, and they said it would take a good 2 to 3 weeks for my glasses to come in. And then I opted to receive text message alerts to alert me when my glasses were ready for pickup. No cap. I ordered them on a Friday, and by Tuesday they were ready for pickup. And I was looking at my phone, I'm like, is this some sort of joke? Because with my previous eye doctor, it did take 2 to 3 weeks or longer. And Target did say it would take 2 to 3 weeks. So I ended up going the next day, and apparently it wasn't a joke, and they were there. So what they did was they looked at my glasses and they checked to see if they were too loose, which they were. So they had to like bend them in the back a little bit more. And I will say, I think it was a 30 or 90 day grace period where if I didn't like them, I could return them and get something different. And that varies by store. Not all stores are the same. And that's basically it. If you have any other questions, comments, or concerns, feel free to yeet them down below, and I'll try to answer as many as I can. And I thank you guys so much for watching this video, and can't wait to see you guys again soon. Bye!